Hi, my name is Andre Boghosian. I'm an attorney. I deal with immigration, with criminal matters, and with personal injury matters. My office is located at 415 East Harvard Street, Suite 200, Glendale, California. The telephone number you see on the screen, 818-507-8029, is my office's number. And if you have any questions, you could call us during office hours, during business days, from 9 to 5, 9 to 6, and you could ask your questions. Consultations are free in our office, so you could make an appointment and come down, and we could talk to you about your case and give you advice. And if you decide to hire us, and if you see that there is something we could do for you, then we could have a contract together. Next to me is sitting Mr. Boghosian. How are you, Mr. Sarian?
Great. How about you?
Thank you very much. I know you have some questions about immigration reform.
Yeah.
And so
first
go ahead.
of all, is it already enforced? Is it working or not?
Well, that's a pretty good question, and that's probably the main reason for this video that you see. Today, as of June 6th or 5th, right? 5th, the law has not passed, okay? This is just a bill. It's on the Senate floor, okay? So don't pay anybody, don't pay anyone to do anything for you with regards to this reform. There are no forms. There are no specific steps that we know about that we need to take.
No filing fees.
No filing fees, nothing. Nothing has been done yet. There is a long way to get to the point that this bill passes into the law. And you just have to wait. Don't spend your money. Don't waste your money. Don't be fooled by someone who would tell you that they could get you papers if you pay them now.
People are calling regarding their relatives. Can they bring their relatives within next 2 months?
Well, so far, there has never been a category, let's say called a category, a family category, that you could bring them in 2 months. Okay? Maybe someone could apply for a tourist visa and come here in 2 months. Okay? Otherwise, if you are trying to bring your family member, regardless of who that person may be, your wife, your child, your parents, your sister, or your brother, there is no such a way that you could bring him here in 2 months. So that also, to my opinion, is change of the truth. It's not true. It may be fraud when someone tells you that they could bring your sister or your brother or some of your family members within 2 months as immigrants. That means they would walk in here in the United States and get a green card. That's untrue. Don't believe that. The lines are much longer than that. For instance, if you're applying for your brother or your sister right now, the lines are over 10 years, 12, 13, 14 years.
But somebody was telling me that if you apply before the deadline of June 20, you can really bring your relative within a very short period of time. Is it correct? Is there any deadline?
Oh, well, I don't know of any deadlines, okay, right now. But there would be a deadline in the future, but it's not going to be June 28, which is like in 15 days, okay? And yes, but even when that comes, this is how it's going to happen. If you get lucky and the immigration reform, this bill passes into law, and they may get rid of that category of brothers and sisters siblings applying for siblings, brothers and sisters applying for brothers and sisters that are abroad. They're in
and DV lottery category.
And DV lottery. They may get rid of that, okay? So there would be a deadline one day or another for that. Like you need to apply for your brother or your sister if you're a U.S. citizen before that deadline. But the deadline is not June 20th. Now, they also say that if they get rid of those categories, then the line is going to become much shorter. Of course, it's not going to be 2 months, but it seems that it's going to be something maybe much shorter than what it is right now, that is 10 to 15 years.
Is there any hope for those who were deported or left the country according to the judge's order of voluntary departure? Can they come back if the law passes? For
some of them, yes. And again, if the bill passes into law, the immigration reform becomes law, it seems that one of the provisions explains that if you were in the United States and you were deported for non-criminal reasons, you didn't have a criminal conviction, that's not why they put you in immigration proceeding, and that's not why you were deported, then there may be a way for you to come back to the United States. If you were here and you have worked, you have paid taxes, and you just left the country when they told you to leave the country because you couldn't find a way to legalize yourself.
What would you advise to those children who are waiting for this DREAM Act to pass? Do they need to wait, or they can apply for DACA, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals?
Well, my opinion, it's very important. It's not my opinion, I think it's a fact. When you analyze the situation, if the reform passes into law, which is not yet, then the children who have applied for DACA, deferred
Action for
childhood arrival, and they have received their cards, they would be eligible to become legal permanent residents much faster than the ordinary people who are not covered under DACA. Okay, so therefore, if your child was here in the United States before the age of 16, doesn't have major criminal record, has gone through high school, or is going through high school or school right now, you should apply for this new form of relief, if we call it. So, because if the reform passes, your child would be able to get to the legal permanent, the green card much faster than you would.
Okay, so we'll wait until the law passes. Do you know when approximately we can expect any news?
It seems to me, as you're asking, that sometimes by the end of August we would know what's going on. That was the word yesterday on the internet. But who knows? Hopefully it will pass. I have good feeling about it. I think that the law would pass. That the proposal, the bill would pass into law. Okay, this country needs it, and we need to support it. We need to follow it, and we need to ask for it, and hopefully one day all these people, that came to this country just the way I came to this country for the hope of becoming legal and for a better life, could follow their dreams.
So we hope that the law will take not only to green card but to citizenship as well.
Yeah, the way it is explained, if the bill passes into law, it's a path to citizenship. That means one day you could become a citizen. Now, it may be very expensive, so you better start saving your money, because they may ask the applicants to pay their back taxes. That means if you have worked in this country, let's say for the last 5-6 years, and you never paid taxes because you didn't have a social security number or you didn't have employment authorization, now they may ask you, on top of the fees and the fines that you need to pay, maybe they ask you to pay your back taxes. Another thing that is very important, remember, especially this is for youth, don't get in trouble with the law. Don't get a criminal conviction, because if you have criminal conviction, there is a big chance that you won't qualify to this path to citizenship, and you'll still continue to be illegal. Now, if you got a criminal conviction, watch out. There may be attorneys that may be advising you to come and expunge your criminal conviction. Remember, till now, expungement normally does not help someone from their immigration consequences. For example, if you have petty offenses, theft cases, and you go to court, to the superior court, and ask the judge to expunge it because you're looking for a job or you want to become a citizen and stuff like that. And that expungement may look good on paper, but the immigration could still basically come after you, put you in deportation proceedings because the case was dismissed. Expungement means dismissed, okay, but not because they made an error in finding you guilty. Is because you just were a good person after that. And that's not enough for immigration purposes most of the time. The way that you could get rid of a case and get rid of its negative immigration consequences, it is only if you could prove that basically your basic rights were violated. For example, you were not properly informed of your rights. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made that decision to say that you're guilty or say no contest. And that's a much longer way to go. It's not very easy. Some attorneys specialize in that. We can help you with that too, and you could contact us and we could talk about it. Anyway, if you have any questions with regards to immigration, regardless of whether it's regarding the new laws or the existing laws, or someone who wants to come to this country,